You see all the bro, what did they call in that poster where they're doing like the everyone pulling up to the concert in Toronto? What did they call
Oh
the
my
Drake
God.
fans, bro?
No, hold up. Did I save it or did I just text it to you?
You had to have saved it. Or you sent me a screenshot, I
They
think.
were like, oh, it's the OVO party. Come get a free OVO sweater and slices of pizza, and we're gonna play Drizzy all day. But we
I think
also gotta realize that a lot of these accounts are run by not only young people, but sometimes girls, dude. Girls be running a lot of these accounts.
and I think it's like that they're joking. Like I don't there's not gonna be no free merch. There's not gonna be any pizza. Like
So they
there
said,
it's a joke, I
Toronto,
think.
stand up. This summer, Kendrick's coming to our city for 2 shows. But before the curtains even rise, we're making it known. This ain't just any city. This is Drake's city.
Let me
And
let
this
me
is the six.
let me ask you this though. Do you think we would get a different response from Kendrick fans if Drake had a show in LA? You don't think Kendrick fans would show up?
And play Kendrick Lamar music outside of a Drake show.
Yeah.
That's weird if you do that.
There was Kendrick Lamar fans strictly flying to Canada to play Not Like Us.
That's weird. That's weird.
That's what I'm
No,
saying, but
okay. So
it
I saw
happens.
someone was at it wasn't OVO Fest because obviously he hasn't done OVO Fest, right? It
Not
was
yet,
something
no.
he did recently. It was before Australia. It was before all that. And they were trying to start like a OV Ho chant at a fucking Drake concert. And it's like, that's it's kind of stupid. These people paid
An
to see Drake.
OVO chant at a Drake concert?
OV Ho,
Oh, OV
OV
Ho.
Ho. Tried to start an OV Ho chant at a fucking, it was, I don't know if it was a Drake concert or a party concert or whatever, but
Oh, but he
it
was
was
just there.
obviously, yeah, it was obviously some teenage white kid. And he just started chanting OV Ho and it was super cringe. And people were like, yo, shut the fuck up.
Like, if somebody blessed me with some Kendrick tickets, I wouldn't pull up and be on some
But you're
Drake
not
shit.
a
I would be in there listening to
op.
Kendrick.
You'd probably pull up in blue and Dodgers hat and be crip walking. Like
Nah, for sure.
that's just what you do.
Fuck.
It's
These
just what
fries are
you
so
do.
good.
Dude, I'm kind of mad that you have that you have In and Out right now.
I feel
And
like
it's
I'm
just
always eating out
it's
on
just
stream.
accessible to you.
Oh,
Yeah, the
that's
closest In
right.
and Out to me is like in Texas, bro.
What burger spots do you go to?
Honestly, just a bunch of local spots like the overpriced millennial burger joints
Mm,
where you have to pay for fries separately,
mm.
but it's fire. And they got shit called
And
like the ass kicking burger.
yeah, sometimes
I'm
those
making a
burgers be.
really broad stereotype, but honestly, throw a dart at a bar down here and you could probably get a pretty good burger. But like a burger joint, like there's like High Point. We got these like we just got this like smash burger place out here
You
that
guys
everybody's
just
been
got
going out.
Smash Burger?
No, it's not smash burger. It's like
Oh, they just make Smash Burgers.
sliders. It's like
Mm,
Bob's Sliders or some shit. It's like a chain.
mm.
And I'm gonna sound stupid to people who know what it is, but it's like the craziest thing ever. People say it's the best burger ever. So I haven't
Huh.
tried it, but dude, people were waiting like an hour and a half for a burger, and I was like, no, I'm good.
One thing about me, bro, I'm not waiting longer than an hour for any food.
An hour like at a restaurant is very different than like an hour at waiting for Bob's Sliders, you know?
If that hostess tells me there's an hour wait, I'm leaving.
Oh, like to sit down?
Yeah.
No, no, we're absolutely finding. No, if it's like 30 minutes, bro, I'm at least Googling places nearby.
Yeah.
No, we are so like get on the wait list before
Yeah,
like
yeah.
driving there. It's like, hey, let's get on a couple wait lists.
Yeah,
We got
for
like plan
sure.
A, B, and C when we go out. And then plan A, B, C don't work, we're coming home.
For sure. That's
Might
funny.
even be home by plan B.
Um,
But no, if we want to stay on that for a second though, I do like that kind of to stay on that and kind of to teeter off a little bit, but with the Wale thing,
oh
people are kind
yeah.
of calling out some weird kind of Kendrick fan behavior with that too, where it's like, yo, why are we like, dude obviously wasn't being crazy about it.
No, he wasn't being malicious at all, but
And he
I
also
mean,
walked some stuff back and he was like in on Twitter, like, hey, like, I'm not saying Kendrick's an industry plant and shit like that. Like,
yeah.
this was just a weird time. And then people found all the clips and put them in order
Yeah.
and made it make sense. And
And he
I
wasn't
don't
wrong.
know.
He just had the times mixed up. And
Yeah.
it's like it has nothing to do with him, Kendrick, or anyone involved. It has everything to do with the award ceremony and how many times do they fuck something like that up? Like That's annoying. And how
And it
many times?
was when I saw the full clip, it was weird that they announced that award and then immediately went to playing a clip of Kendrick Lamar winning a whole different award. Did you see that
Yeah.
clip?
No, I must have missed that one.
So
Is that on Twitter?
they announced song of the year and they gave it to Wale and then immediately cut to a commercial of Kendrick winning album of the year.
I think it was blown out of proportion for sure.
No, absolutely. People are getting super emotional about everything, and at the end of the day, everyone, we got to realize that we don't know these guys. At the end of the day, like we're
Yeah.
fans of the art. You know, we could talk about the people, we could talk about the drama all day. Obviously, we like it, we're here for it, but
What is the
we,
angle of the Kendrick fans like? What are they mad about with Wale? Because he said that the award show fucked up or what?
well, they were saying like, oh, like Wale is saying Kendrick Lamar's an industry plant, fuck Wale, and like they're going hard. Like, here, let me click over to my Kendrick Lamar tab on my Instagram or my Twitter real quick. It just felt, it got to the point where people, so like this person just said he really just went up there and lied on Kendrick. These dudes is weird, and that's got like 44,000 views, like 50 comments on it, a bunch of reposts, and like there's just a bunch of people acting like that, and it's like he lied on Kendrick. Like Kendrick ain't have nothing to do with nothing.
If anything, he lied on the award show, but
Yeah,
still.
and it feels more of like a miscommunication, misremembering type thing.
Yeah, misremembering. If anything, misremembering. He's trying to recall something. How many award shows Wale's probably been to? Like,
A million. I mean, he did say he performed at that one, so I mean that could be, we can make of it we want to make of it, but people just got so emotional with it, and I just see the timeline just killing Wale, and I'm like, because I had a back and forth with someone, but it was a J. Cole fan that posted. He was the one, Caleb, who posted the tweet and kind of made it go viral,
hmm,
and I was like, yo, like I'm kind of confused because Kendrick. I looked up what the awards were, and I was like, yeah, Kendrick won a whole different award, and Wale did win for Bad. He won like Song of the Year for Bad. Remember that song?
yeah, yeah.
Super
Is
fun
it
fucking song.
bad? Yeah, fire.
Oh, bro, Wale does not get enough credit for making some bangers too.
Yeah, he's
But
got some really good ones. Have you heard something in Houston? Is it
probably
raining in Houston?
it's
No.
not raining in Houston.
Uh, that one time
One
in
time in
Houston,
Houston. Mm-mm.
fire,
We'll have to play it.
fire song.
But yeah, it just got to the point where people were just getting so emotional about shit, and like even like with that like, hey, we're gonna go pull up and like play Drake music at the Kendrick concert. Like, this is our town. I'm like, that I don't think, especially with it being beef, I don't think there's any good that could come of you trying to do that.
No, no, it's they're clearly going there to start some type of trouble. Like you don't,
To be antagonizing.
there's no other reason to go.
Like, I wouldn't pull up to like a Selena Gomez event playing Justin Bieber music on the red carpet or something like that.
No, because you'd be looked at like a fucking weirdo.
Yes, and you are a weirdo if you do shit like that. And same thing with the Kendrick fans that'll do that same thing. But yeah, I hope that that's not real, and I hope that people don't pull up to that. If you're in Toronto and you're a Drake fan, like wear your Blue Jays jersey and your OVO eights and go to work and go home.
Bro,
I'm sure Drake's gonna be live streaming, gambling on something like that. That's my thing. You think Drake is gonna sit idly by and do absolutely nothing while Kendrick back to backs his city in the biggest stadium that there is in his city?
what else does he to do?
That's my question to you. So you think that
We're not gonna act like Drake hasn't sold out shows in LA. Like this is
no, this is he hasn't sold out SoFi though, like the
has he? I
biggest
don't think he's
stadium.
performed at SoFi.
No, he hasn't. And I've wondered that, like when him and Future came through in St. Louis a couple years back, I was like, why are they not doing a stadium?
Is there a reason or no?
I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Is it because they can't sell out a stadium? Is it because stadiums
You
don't usually
you're
do
not gonna sit
rappers?
here.
Like,
You're not gonna sit here and tell me Drake can't sell out a stadium. That's crazy.
we started this conversation with, I questioned, why is Drake not doing a stadium with Future? It didn't make sense to me. Why are they doing the family arena that holds X amount of thousand of people and not the stadium that holds 60,000 people. When I know Drake and Future could get 60,000 people in St. Louis to go to a show.
I don't know. I was gonna say maybe because of like a more personal effect, but they don't give a fuck. They give a fuck about money, and you're gonna
Yes.
pull more money in at a
Yes.
stadium,
And I think it's because we underestimate how big you have to be to do a stadium.
bro. You're
No, no,
losing
no,
me
no. No,
again.
I'm telling you right now, like it's unheard of for a rapper to do it. And I'm sitting here right now telling you that no rapper has done it solo, including Kendrick. This is a co-headline with SZA.
Right.
And they're
Well,
both at their absolute hottest. So this
I
is how big and
just
how hot you have to be to do a stadium. And you
I
have to have someone else with you that is just as big and just as hot.
in this specific scenario with Kendrick, yeah, but I don't know. I don't think you're not.
Drake and Future did a full arena tour. Why did they not do a stadium?
I don't know. I'm not fucking. You're asking the wrong person. I have no idea.
I think we are both, and I was at the time, and I think you right now are underestimating a stadium.
No, I mean I've been in stadiums.
No, I understand that. Who have you seen perform at the Arizona Cardinal Stadium and sell it out?
I've never been to those concerts though.
But who does it though? Like I know Chris Brown has probably come through and done it.
Taylor Swift, I think, just did it.
Taylor Swift,
Beyonce, I think,
Beyonce.
just did it. You're
So
telling me
what I'm
Drake
telling
can't
you
do it?
is,
Wait,
huh?
so after naming those people, you're telling me Drake can't do it?
Why has he not though? Is the question.
I don't know. But I'm all I'm saying is
If he has
there's no way he
opportunity,
can't.
that was my original thought. Correct?
Hmm.
Yes. So my thing now is I'm saying I don't know if he was ever at the point of mainstream pop. Like
This
it's
is a
hard to say
hot
that,
take.
but it's like he hasn't done it though. He's got all
He
these
hasn't done it.
numbers. He's got all these numbers, and if presented with a stadium tour, would have done it because he's everyone wants to have the biggest, best tour.
Yeah,
The records are consistently breaking all the time.
yeah.
Why would you not want to go to a stadium?
I have no idea. I don't know what con would be from that. I'm trying. I can't
There's
think of
not.
one.
There's
Yeah, I
not.
can't think of one.
There's not, and it's because you need to. Dude, there's videos at this stadium. There's everyone from like 4 year olds to 80 year olds up there, knowing the words. Like it's insane. People outside the stadium singing the words.
I've seen it, bro. We see it all the time. I'm telling you, and I'm agreeing in the fact that I think it's probably really hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no world that I
Like
live
Jay
in
Z
that
couldn't do it without Beyonce. He couldn't. He never did a stadium. He's done a singular show at like
Jay
a
Z and
stadium.
Drake are two completely different artists. Jay Z's a rapper. That's it.
Okay. So then why has he not done it? Then that is still the question.
It's a
It's
valid
if the
question.
reason
It's
is
a valid
not because he
question.
can't, then why would you not?
It's a valid question. I have no idea.
And Eminem has done it, but he's done it not on a tour. He's done one stadium in Detroit, in his hometown, and he brought hella celebrities out. J. Cole has done ridiculous numbers in his city, but has done arena tours. J. Cole's performed stadiums, but not on a tour. And I'm sure Drake's done a stadium, but I know for a fact he hasn't done Rogers. I don't know where he would have. I don't remember it, but it's like
Because
when
would it necessarily hurt his numbers if he had tour dates scheduled at stadiums and didn't sell them out?
yes, because I'm pretty sure you have to pay for the tickets that you don't sell,
Mm.
which is why he left Australia with like 8 shows left.
Dipping and going to Australia was a weird move.
And then having to leave early because you weren't selling.
It's crazy.
And he's going to Europe now. Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Everyone's in Europe right now.
anyway, I still want to ask you what you think is going to happen on June 12th and 13th this week.
In Toronto?
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't
So
think
you
anything
think
happens.
Kendrick goes up and does his regular show twice in Toronto, and Drake doesn't post a meme, doesn't not
Oh,
a self. That's what I'm saying. What do you think happens?
bro, it's fucking Monday. He'll post a meme today. Like
No,
it's
that's
just
no. Like you know what I mean.
I don't think Drake does anything
Sassy.
other than like posting maybe a meme or maybe dropping a song. But as far as like any
Dropping
like
a song is doing something. Trying to that's what I'm saying. Do you think
I
he's going
don't
to
even
try to
think
take away or add to
I
in
don't
any
think so.
way over the 2 days that Kendrick Lamar is in his city performing
I
stadium?
don't think so. I think he's in the back cave. He's chilling. He needs to just chill. That's what
So
I think.
that okay. I'm also of the belief that I don't think Kendrick's going to do anything crazy.
What, like say anything on stage or anything?
I think for the most part, he's going to like people are like, oh, is he going to drop that unreleased song? Is he going to do another diss
Mm.
record? Like they were saying he blocked, like Drake blocked Schoolboy Q from going out there. Is he going to pull Schoolboy Q out on stage? Like, and I'm like, he went to LA and did a back to back, and really the only thing that happened was AZ Chike came out
I
and Justin
think
Bieber.
I think if we get a world where Drake doesn't file that lawsuit, something I could see something happening. But I think that lawsuit
Expound,
changed. I think that lawsuit changed everything.
expound,
It changed how everyone's moving. Everyone's kind of like not tiptoeing, but like no
except for
one's
one person,
who's that? Joey? Who?
Kendrick.
What do you mean?
He's performing the song in the lawsuit word for word every other night in the biggest stadiums in the city. He has
Yeah.
not changed a beat.
Yeah, no, I kind of meant like everyone like working, I mean, outside of the people directly in the lawsuit. Like everybody outside like the arenas, like people that are not directly affected, but like contributing to them this whole scenario. Everyone's looking at it completely differently. Like I can definitely see the venues when the beef was at like the highest peak of like, oh shit, what the fuck's happening? Being like, maybe we don't have a bunch of LA dudes out here tonight. I could see venues doing that. Now, is it weird that Drake just so happened to own half of that venue? Yeah, yeah, that's weird. But
You got to remember that when all them gangsters popped out on stage, that was on Amazon. that
on Amazon,
was streaming live on Amazon Prime.
what was?
The pop out
Oh,
when he put 100 gangsters on the stage and they were throwing up gang signs at the camera and
yeah,
with their shirts off and probably with guns in their belt and shit. Like,
no,
you don't think so?
no. Oh, yeah, yeah. Fat chance.
The pop out was for sure on Amazon. So what I'm saying
I
is
think it
they're
was, yeah.
the corporate people have not been scared of this so far, except for Def Jam. Def Jam's really like the only one that so far on paper, because you got to think,
Mm,
Gatorade, Super Bowl,
mm.
all of these stadiums and all the sponsors in the stadiums, all the managers that work up there, like there's a lot of corporate going on in this.
Well,
So there's a lot of corporate
when you
approval
bring
of
up the
this.
Super Bowl and the stadiums, that Super Bowl and that stadium was going to happen regardless of the beef. So I don't know. You can't really throw that into account because that shit was going to happen, beef or not. Those people were going to be there working. That was going to happen.
What was going to happen specifically?
Them being there and working. Because what were you trying to say? You were saying that the people. What
No,
were you
I'm
trying to say?
saying there's a corporate like approval on this. I'm saying like so far the corporate world has not been afraid of certified lover boy, certified pedophile, even though it's in lawsuit.
Right, but so when you're
Like the
talking about
Super
like
Bowl
the
happened after the
sponsors,
lawsuit.
right? So you're talking about the Super Bowl happened after the lawsuit,
Yes, the lawsuit
right?
happened, and then
So
he got the Super Bowl.
you're talking about like all the sponsors in the Super Bowl and stuff like that, right? Like Bud Light, for
Every,
example.
everybody,
Right. So Bud
everybody.
Light doesn't give a fuck what's going on as long as they're in the Super Bowl. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
Like the
you know,
Super
no,
Bowl is
I get
happening.
that.
Those sponsors don't give a fuck. They're gonna be at that Super Bowl regardless of the beef. Is what I was getting at.
Regardless of the sponsors and their relationship with football, is again like Gatorade specifically put Kendrick Lamar in a commercial and had him narrate the whole thing.
I'd
Chanel
say
made him the corporate ambassador for sunglasses.
how many more shows are left in that tour for Kendrick?
Quite a few. He goes through like August, bro.
Fuck.
No, that's what I'm saying. This is insane. And he's doing the fucking whole song every single time. Yeah, he goes to Germany in July.
I mean, that song got him to the Super Bowl. I feel like it would be weird if he didn't do that song on this world tour for this album that got him to the
Well,
Super Bowl.
his catalog got him to the Super Bowl,
That
but
song got him to the Super Bowl.
he got there off of his catalog because so he got there off of the song due to the fact that they went with the hot hand. They
Was
went
he already
with the
lined up?
hottest, huh?
Was he already lined up to do that Super Bowl before all of this, like years ago? Because they planned that like
Well,
years in
he's already been at the Super Bowl, so
What do you mean?
he was at the Dre, Snoop, Eminem, 50 Cent, Kendrick
No,
Lamar.
I'm saying like was he already predetermined to do this Super
No,
Bowl? He
they
wasn't
they pick
until
that. No, they usually don't. They usually announce that like right around the start of the season. So like we should be hearing about next year's Super Bowl in like the next like not soon, but like usually around preseason.
did not
It's
like
to
us
build
come
hype
out
for. Oh yeah,
beforehand.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But what I said when I cut out was they don't give the Super Bowl to somebody off of one song, or they would have given it to Shabuzi or Sabrina Carpenter.
Those songs did not have a Not Like Us impact,
They were competing with Not Like Us on the charts every single week.
but they didn't have a Not Like Us impact at all.
The
You're talking about Espresso and fucking
yes,
whatever. What was the other song with Shabuzi?
um, Tipsy. Those
Yeah,
songs are still competing with Kendrick Lamar, getting back into the charts.
but they didn't do what Not Like Us did. It wasn't the
Numbers
same
wise, they did
impact. It wasn't the same impact. It wasn't the same consumer. This is what we're all getting. People didn't talk about espresso for weeks.
because
People didn't
there's
talk
nothing to
about
talk about, but they played
exactly.
the shit out of it
But that's what I'm saying. Is more people are talking about it. More people
because
talked about it. It made more of an impact
hip hop is a commentary sport.
for sure.
Like pop is more like, hey, this is fun and we're just gonna play the hell out of it. But you
But
don't. There's not like pop talk spaces. I mean, if there
so
is, shout out to
when
y'all.
so
But
when has a pop artist made an espresso and then got a Super Bowl off of it?
they don't give the Super Bowl to somebody off of one song, is what I'm telling you.
Oh,
They
okay.
give the Super Bowl to typically it's legacy acts towards the end of their career who are doing like a hey, I'm back or like a this is my full catalog thing.
Yeah.
And
Was
Kendrick just did it at the
GNX
peak
was GNX out before the Super Bowl?
before the Super Bowl announcement. So they made the announcement and then GNX dropped like 3 months later. And I remember because I was going through it and I was like, this is the I'm performing at the Super Bowl anthem or I'm performing at the Super Bowl album. Because I was listening to it, like when I got to TV off, I was like, oh, he wrote this with like the I'm at the Super Bowl and this is going to be lit. And
So okay, so here, take this. Take the Drake beef out of it. Take
mm-hmm,
GNX out of it. Does Kendrick
mm-hmm,
still perform at the Super Bowl?
he did before that
No, I'm
as a
saying, does he
solo act.
still headline the Super Bowl this year, this past year?
If Not Like Us came out and it wasn't a Drake diss, it would have done the same thing as All Right. And yeah, we're talking about yeah, that could absolutely happen. I believe 100% there's a world where maybe Drake doesn't reply to like that or something like that, and we get Not Like Us anyway, just as like as a it's like a Humble. Like maybe Humble was a full on Drake diss at one point, and he was just ready for it to be a hit and just be talking his shit. And it Drake never responded to the Heart Part 4, so I'm just gonna put it out as a hit anyway. I think Not Like Us was the same thing.
Based on what? Because it was just dropped so fast, or what?
No, I think that he would have been ready to do that same thing. Like I think what happened in 2018 was that he shot at Drake and he was ready to go at it. And he knew that to go at it with Drake, you needed a hit. And I believe in my heart of hearts that he's taken shots at Drake on Humble. And I think that at one point it either was a full diss or he was ready to make it a full diss.
Mm.
So either there is a clean version of Not Like Us somewhere, or this was the version and he was just ready to clean it up if it never got to this point. Say Drake never responded to like that. I think that Not Like Us comes out clean or like just not as crazy. And GNX comes out and yeah, there's a chance that that happens because he's got the catalog to do it. You don't think so?
I don't
I
know.
was I was looking at a list of 20 of the top most streamed hip hop songs of all time, and Kendrick
Mhm.
has like 4 of the top 12,
The only
and
reason
Drake
why
only
I
has
can't,
one.
the only reason why I can't make this argument is because I can't come up with another artist who would have rather headlined.
No, so like the weekend got it off of that. He had a huge hit before the Super Bowl when they announced him, but they're not just going to give it to him because he's got a hot song. You need a hot song, a big moment, and catalog that you can perform at the Super Bowl because
Yeah,
you're
for
up
sure.
there for fucking 15 minutes doing a
Yeah,
melody of hits, and you can't just do your 3 hits and get out.
yeah, that's true.
Which is
That's
why I
true.
want to I want to see Adele, bro. I need Adele right now.
Adele, you
I
think
need
she can get
Adele to
them
just
hype?
I need her to go up there and just stand in one spot and just sing for 15 minutes straight and then be like, this is what you wanted, huh?
But you think that'll get like the football element, get them like hype for second quarter or
they've
second
been
half?
bitching and crying about rap and R&B halftime shows for the
They're gonna
past
bitch
like
and cry
10 years.
regardless.
Give them what they want. And what I want, honestly, I want to see Adele. I'd love to cry and then go into the third quarter.
Oh, and look what I got. It's gonna be perfect for this season. It's a tissue holder. It's got some gloves in it, but it's a tissue holder.
Oh man, that's horrible.
So I'll have that ready
That's
for the
pretty horrible.
season.